What's going on, guys? If you don't know me by now, my name is Arda. I'm an 18-year-old 8-figure Amazon seller, and in today's video I'm going to show you guys how to start Amazon FBA the right way. So before we get into this video, I'm going to give you guys a little backstory about me. I'm 18 years old. I know I don't look it, but I started this whole business when I was 14. I was still in 8th grade, and you guys might be wondering, how did you start a business at 14? And I was fortunate enough to have very supportive parents, so I opened up my Amazon account under my mom's name since I was too young, and I've been grinding out this business for the past 4 years. I didn't even go to high school, and in the past 4 years, we've done $17 million in sales. And you guys might be wondering, what is Amazon FBA? So basically on Amazon, we just sell name brand products like Lysol, Dove, Old Spice, just these big name brand products that people are already buying every single day. What we're doing is we're buying them in bulk and selling them for retail on Amazon. The customer's already there, so there's no ads in this business. All you have to do is find the product for a cheaper price than it's already selling on Amazon, and then flip it for a profit to customers that are already buying every single day on Amazon. And you guys are probably thinking, wow, this sounds very easy. There's no ads in this business. All you have to do is get the product for a cheaper price than it's already selling and then sell it to pre-existing customers. Well, yeah, that's why I started this whole business. So let's just get started with step one. Step one is go into Google and search up become an Amazon seller, create your Amazon account. No, you do not need an LLC. You could just set it up under your own name. And Amazon's going to charge you $40 for your first month, but they won't charge you again until you get your first sale. So they'll just take it out of your account balance. And once your Amazon account's set up, you're going to want to go to Google again and search up SellerAmp. SellerAmp is a profit calculator, so it's going to show you how much you're profiting on the product, how much it's selling a month, and all the other sellers that are on the listing. It is around $20 a month, but I'm going to put a link in the description for a 14-day free trial so you could try it out and see how you like it. And you guys might be wondering, do I need SellerAmp? 100% yes, you do, because it's going to show you if the product is profitable, is it worth the competition, how fast will it sell, and obviously how many sellers are on this listing. So SellerAmp is definitely a must. And once your SellerAmp account is created, you're going to want to go to Google again and search up Keep a Product Finder. And what Keep a Product Finder does is it tracks the Amazon product history so you can see everything on the product, the price history, the rank history, the offer count, the buy box. And I'm going to get into buy box just a little later so you guys will understand what I'm talking about. And once you've got those 3 steps done, you're already ready to start selling on Amazon. So let's just jump in what you're going to need for this business. I always recommend at least have $1,000 to the side to deploy into this business. Your only expenses is going to be the $80 a month with the SellerAmp, with the Keepa and the Amazon subscription. And then the rest is just going to go to product and shipping costs. So starting off with supplies for this business, I'm going to link everything down in the description below so you guys can go check that out. But you'll need the 4x6 label printer, the poly bags to ship it out to the customer. And I'll provide everything down there. And if you guys are working a full-time job and you want to do this part-time, that's definitely 100% possible. As long as you could put 2 to 3 hours a day into this, you can make an extra $5,000 to $7,000 a month. So with Amazon FBA, there are 4 different business models that you can do, and I'm going to go over them right now. So starting off with number 1 is retail arbitrage. That's when you're going to these physical locations, scanning each product one by one and seeing if they're profitable on Amazon. Just a little disclaimer, I do not recommend retail arbitrage, so let's go on to the next. Number 2 is private label. Private label is when you create your own brand and you sell your own product on Amazon. When you run your own ads, when you run your own listings, you make your own product. And little disclaimer again, I do not recommend this. This is when you have to buy from China. You need a lot more capital to start this business. And it's a little messy. I wouldn't recommend. Number 3, this is what you should be doing. This is online arbitrage. This is when you're buying from sites like Target, Walmart, VitaCost, iHerb, just these big online retailers that you can scavenge good prices on. You can use discounted gift cards. You could use promo codes, clearance items, cash back. And I'm going to get into that a little bit later. When I first started this business, I was doing online arbitrage and I scaled that to $300,000 a month in revenue. And last but not least is wholesale FBA. That is the current business model that I'm running right now. And as a beginner, you cannot get into this business because you are buying in bulk, you are spending a lot of money, and you need relationships with these distributors. So how wholesale works is you're buying from these big brands like Lysol, Dove, Old Spice, or their distributors. So you're buying them in bulk and you're getting them cheaper for retail. And you guys might be wondering, why can't I just start wholesale in the beginning? So with wholesale, you need to have at least $10,000 to start. And going into this business, you're not going to want to be buying 500 to 1,000 of this product because you've never done this business before. It's a lot more risky. But the thing with online arbitrage, you can buy from these online retailers. You could get 10 units, 20 units, and you can always return the product if the product is not doing well. So there's basically no risk to this business. And you guys might be wondering, why not do retail arbitrage? So I'm going to tell you guys right now. So let's say you walk into a store, right? You scan a bunch of products products and then you eventually find one that is profitable, these physical stores do not have that much stock, so they're limited to stock. Let's say you're profiting $10 per item and the store only has 10. That's only $100. But with online arbitrage, you're going to be sourcing these products. You're going to be finding these products online where they don't have max order quantities. You can create multiple accounts and just keep ordering from these online retailers. And another plus with online arbitrage is you don't have to go into these stores. You could just sit in your bed and source these products online at the comfort of your home. So if you have at least $1,000 to put into this business, online arbitrage is definitely the way to go. So with Amazon FBA, there are two fulfillment types. There's FBA and FBM. And when you're doing FBA, Amazon preps the package for you and sends it to the customer. And that's also when there's prime shipping on the order. And you guys might be wondering, what is FBM? So FBM is when you ship it to the customer directly. So let's say you get an order for 2 Dove soaps. So what you'd do is you'd get those 2 pieces of soap, you'd put it in a box, you'd tape it up, and then you would get the shipping label that Amazon provides to you. And then you would just drop it off at your local USPS or UPS or FedEx. So Arda, should I be doing FBA or FBM? You're going to be doing both, and let me tell you why. So some products on Amazon are more focused towards FBA. Some products are more focused to FBM. So some products that you're going to find are going to be more FBA based. Some products are going to be more FBM based. And what I mean by that is the buy box. And for those of you who are hearing these words for the first time, I know it might be a little confusing, but I promise you, you will get the hang of it. So what is the buy box? The buy box is the buy now button on Amazon. You're going to be competing for the buy box with those other sellers on those listings that you're already selling. And you guys might be wondering, how do I win the buy box? How do I get the buy now button? And it's pretty simple. So what matters most to get the buy box is shipping times, pricing, and reviews. If your lowest price on the listing, you will most likely get the buy box. And if your shipping times are fast, you will also get the buy box. And just to make sure you guys are keeping up, the buy box is the buy now button. Only one person has the buy box on the listing at a time. So you're just going to be competing against these other sellers with pricing, shipping times, and all that kind of stuff. So let's get back into the tools. You guys are probably wondering, how am I going to know if a listing is FBA or FBM based? You can go into Keep a Product Finder and it'll tell you whether listing's more FBA based or FBM based. You can check by the percentages of who has the buy box more, FBM sellers or FBA sellers. So what is a normal day like to be selling on Amazon? So what you're going to be doing is 80% of it is mostly going to be just computer work. You're going to be finding these products for a cheaper price than they're already selling on Amazon. And then 20% is just going to be prepping these packages and sending them out to the customer. So let's jump into ungated and gated on Amazon. So what that means is ungated is when you're already approved to sell the brand, and gated is when you need an invoice from the manufacturer or a third-party site just giving you authorization to sell these products on Amazon. So how will I know if I'm gated or ungated on a product? That's when SellerAmp comes into play. At the top right of SellerAmp, it's going to tell you ungated yes or ungated no. And if you are gated in a product, that is completely fine. I was gated in hundreds of brands, but I've gotten ungated. So what you're going to want to do, since you're starting off with online arbitrage, a lot of invoices from third-party sites do work, like Target, Vitacost. You'll just submit that in the manual ungate section on the product in SellerAmp. So let's say you wanted to sell a Paw Patrol product, right? You go into SellerAmp, you click manual ungate, and you see in the requirements that they need 10 units to ungate the product. What you would do is you'd go to Target, you'd order 10 units from Target, and once your order arrives from Target, you're going to want to go to your order history, and then you would click get invoice. Next, you're going to go to the manual ungate section for Paw Patrol and then submit your invoice in there. A lot of people have been having issues with ungates recently, but if they deny you, you just have to keep applying until they eventually accept you, because these invoices do work. In the beginning, once you're a new seller, you're not going to be ungated in these big brands because you're just a new seller. Amazon doesn't trust you yet. So what you're going to want to do is find auto ungated leads, products and brands that you're already approved to sell without needing any invoices, so you could build up some sales history. And once you're selling these auto ungated listings, Amazon's going to trust you more because you have more sales. You know, you've shipped out to customers more. So you're going to get auto ungated without needing an invoice from these bigger brands. And you'll also submit some invoices for the bigger brands, but you will definitely get approved. So the first month with Amazon is mostly foundational. Are you going to make money? 100%. But I always recommend, don't really look for profits in the first month. Just look for these ungates and just get your account aged a little bit so these big brands trust you. So if you guys have been keeping up so far, great. Now we're going to get into product sourcing. How am I going to find these said products? You're going to want to use Keepa's built-in profit tool. Like the buy box is rotated, the sales rank is decreasing, the offer count is not too high, products that you are ungated in, etc. Once you've plugged those filters into Keepa Product Finder, it's going to give you a list of products that you can start sourcing through right now. So what you're going to want to do once Keepa generates all those products, you're going to want to go through those products one by one and see if it's selling for cheaper than it's selling on Amazon. And these products that you're finding are probably not going to be profitable right off the rip. You're going to want to use discounted gift cards, you're going to want to use promo codes, and even clearance items. And once you found your first profitable product, that's awesome. You found your first product, and now you can find a lot more through that listing. And what I mean by that is another sourcing technique, which is called reverse sourcing. So reverse sourcing is when you find a profitable product, and obviously there's going to be other sellers selling this product as well. So if they can sell it, you can too, in most cases. You're going to want to open SellerAmp and scroll down on SellerAmp to the offers. The offers are the other sellers that you're competing with to sell that product. So what you're going to want to do once you found these sellers is you're going to click on their catalog to see if you can sell the same products that they're selling. And once you've opened up their storefront, you're going to want to go through their list of products and see if you could find those products profitable as well, to generate yourself a list of potential products to sell using their filter feature. Because 9 out of 10 times, if you're already selling the same product as these other sellers, then you can find their whole catalog profitable as well. So you're not reinventing the wheel, you're literally just copying somebody. And if you guys are like, wow, I cannot figure this out on my own and I want one-on-one help, I do offer a one-on-one mentorship if anybody is interested. The mentorship is fully one-on-one. You get live calls every single day. We give you your first few profitable products. And if you don't make that money back within 90 days of your first sale, you get refunded all your money. And if you guys do want to work with me one-on-one, I'll put the link down below as well. Just apply to work with me and then we'll get started. And other than that, that is all you need to start selling on Amazon. If you guys have any other questions, just shoot them down in the comments. You can also message me on my Instagram. I'll put the link down there below as well. That is all you need to start selling on Amazon today. And if you guys found this video helpful, drop a sub. I'm going to be dropping a lot more YouTube videos, free game on Amazon. But other than that, I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.